Hi, everybody. Life Lesson Friday for September 1st, 2023 is that it takes time. And there's a couple of things that have brought this to mind this week. And one of those is one of my athletes got a contract offer to go play basketball in Croatia. And on the professional level, like legit, big deal. And he's been working with me for 2 years trying to get this next step to happen. Sometimes it takes time, right? Sometimes it just takes time to get noticed, to get seen, to learn enough, to do enough, to get in the right kind of shape, to do whatever it is that you need to do in your area that you're trying to succeed in. Sometimes it just takes time. Most of the time, it just takes time. You can speed that up. You can speed that time up by spending more and more and more of your day doing things towards that task. But it still takes time. There's a multiple different sources that have stated the 10,000 hour rule, where you don't become an expert at something until you've spent 10,000 hours on it, whether it was 10,000 straight hours or an hour a day for 10,000 days, or like, it just takes time. It just takes time to become an expert. And one of the other things, there are a couple other, but one of the other things that brings that to light this week also is that my son had a belt test in his Taekwondo class, and he didn't do as well as he wanted to. And both the instructor and I were both like, "Have you practiced?" And I was like, "Mm-mm, no, you haven't." And it practice is part of the thing that takes time, right? It takes time to spend time in practice. It takes time, spend time to prepare. It takes time to do these things. And so while sure we would all love to just be able to go to the beach or the mountains or the lake, or and just hang out and do nothing for a while, that doesn't get us towards what we really want to accomplish in life. And so taking the time to spend on the things that you want to achieve. So what does that mean? It means that you might sacrifice some things. Like, you might not know, like, I honestly, I don't watch the news. I barely get any news feeds from actual media sources. And so, like, I didn't know that there was a presidential debate that happened whenever it was, that, like, until like 2 days after it happened. What was it, last week, 2 weeks ago? Um, and like, my wife will ask me things like, "Oh, did you hear about that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Why? Because I spend time on the things that I want to achieve, that I want to learn, that I want to help people with. Because in the grand scheme of things, in true honesty, and I know that there's some people that really love politics and really love to argue politics that will tell me different. But what happens in a debate in August, a year and a half before the election, doesn't mean diddly squat when it comes to your life. Doesn't mean a thing when it comes to your life. Do I think we should pay attention to politics? We should vote. Yes, all of that stuff. But we take it to an extreme when it comes to, they can save my life, they can do this, they can do that. The government can't do that much. They can hurt you and take things away. I'm not going to lie there, because we've seen that happen. But in your day-to-day life, what are you doing to move yourself forward? Because it takes time. If you want to achieve something, it's going to take time. The more that you spend on it in your daily life, the quicker you're going to get there. Because it just takes time. And that if it's athletics related, if it's diet related, if it's health related, if it's career related, if it's relationship related, it takes time. And if you look at people that are married for 50 years, 60 years, and they look like this couple that just they get along so well and they just everything clicks and everything's da 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 da. And you're like, how did y'all get this way? How did y'all get develop this love? And they will all tell you it takes time. It's been rocky. There have been times where it wasn't great. There have been times where it was. There, tough times, good times, all that kind of stuff. But it takes time to get to that level of relationship with another person. It takes time to truly learn the skills that you need to succeed in whatever area of life you're looking to succeed in. So if you're not there yet, don't get too frustrated with it because it takes time. If you're not there yet, instead of getting frustrated, look at how you spend your days. Look at how you concentrate, what you concentrate on. Look at how you do things, right? And then evaluate and say, okay, am I really on a path that gets me where I want to be in the time frame I want to be there? Because if you're not doing those things, you're not going to get there. And you're definitely not going to get there quick. And so to complain about it doesn't do you any good. It doesn't do the process any good. And it's not going to help you get there. So just remember that it takes time. Sometimes it's slower for some people. Sometimes it's faster for some people. But for everybody, it takes time to get to where we want to be. So put the time in. Focus on what you want to focus on. And get rid of the distractions. If it's not helping you, it's the distraction. And so as fun as it is, as much like enjoyment it may bring you, if it's a daily habit that's bringing you down and keeping you away from where you want to be, you need to evaluate if you want to keep it or not. Because if you do keep it, hey, that's fine and great. Just realize it's keeping you from getting to where you want to be. And so that time that it takes is going to be longer. So it takes time. It took my guy 2 years of working with me and years before that of working, trying to get better and trying to get seen. And now he's at a point where, and he will tell you that it's because of me. He's at a point where his vertical's higher, his endurance is better, his ability to get through workouts is better, his ability to hit shots at the end of games is better. But it's taken time to get there. Okay? So if you really want something, start putting the time and effort into it, because that's the only way that you're going to get there. It takes time. The only way to cut that time down is to spend more time on a daily basis in the thing that you're doing. Because no matter what it is, it's going to take time to get there.